Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are trying out the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. I'm so excited to try this out and to just be doing a set down video where I can talk to you guys. These are my all-time favorite kind of videos, and I felt like I haven't been able to do them since we are living with my parents. If you didn't know, our house flooded in July. We've been living with my parents ever since. So I feel like I haven't really been able to do them that much because there's just always people around and it's always so loud in here. And I apologize if it is loud and if the camera jiggles a little bit because the washer and dryer is going in there. Also, this is not dirt. None of that is dirt. That is where my mom has stood in this exact position for the last 26 years and has sprayed her hairspray every single day. So that's what that is. It's like a buildup of hairspray that will not come off. After 26 years, it's just like, we're staying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video. So I got the shade medium. This, like I said, is the Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. It is a sheer coverage that smooths, blurs, enhances skin's appearance for an effortless, no makeup look with a natural finish. And this is also supposed to because clearly been a hot minute since I have filmed this out video. It is also supposed to act kind of as like a primer and give that like blurring effect. But I am still going to use a primer just because I always use a primer, so we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna go in with two different primers, the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer and then the Becca Blacklight Priming Filter. This is my all-time favorite primer. And you know, it's no longer a thing. Whatever, I don't want to talk about it. I'm very upset. I'm very upset about it. Very. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with the Mineral Veil first. I have seen a lot of mixed reviews on this product. I also got the concealer as well, but I'm actually going to use this separately because I want to try these products like separately with my like favorite makeup routine, so that way I can get like a really accurate representation of the products by themselves and see if I actually really like it. Because like I said, I have seen so many mixed reviews and every single person that has used the concealer, they have used the skin tint with it. So at least like the videos that I saw, I don't know, I want to give it like a fair shot by itself to really see what we think. And I'm using this primer because I always use this primer. I know like it's supposed to have like a blurring properties to it or whatever, but I always use this, so we're still using it. I don't know, this is like a very accurate representation of what my skin looks like. Okay, now for the Becca Blacklight Priming Filter. I have several of these bottles, so hopefully I don't run out until I find something that is a perfect dupe or even better than it. Which I am. Tried some things out, but nothing compares, I'll be honest. Also, I used the Dyson Airwrap today. I don't know how I feel. I just don't know. It's actually a DKHK Dyson Airwrap. So it was only $280. Still very expensive. But compared to the $500 price tag on a real Dyson, I'll take it. I don't know. I just don't know about how I feel about the Airwrap. I love like the blow dryer attachment and like the smoothing attachment and then the round brush attachment. But I just don't know how I feel about the Airwrap. I just don't know if it works with like my short hair. I feel like it works and looks so good with long hair, but short hair, I just don't know. And honestly, I feel like it really fell out, but whatever. Okay, now let's try this out. So as always, I'm gonna use a brush on one side of my face and a beauty sponge. Did I say it like that? A beauty sponge on the other. Now I just gotta figure, okay, this is my powder one, right? So you use one for powder and one for foundation. I recommend that they look different, so that way you actually know which one's which. This is just the Tarte one. It like came in a kit and it's all right. It's fine, like it's nothing special. So I like the Echo Tools one so much. Like that's my all-time favorite beauty sponge. Okay, anyway, everyone said that this is an airless pump, so you can literally just apply it straight to the face without actually putting it on your hand. Oh, that kind of does look dark, but as we know, it's so sheer that I think it'll be fine. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, she said that you should apply it with your hands. I don't love applying things with my hands, but whatever, we'll do it. And I honestly really been liking this, like a very like sheer coverage foundation or like skin tint or whatever. I've been using the Ilia one and I really like it. I feel like it just looks really good on my skin, and just looks really natural, and I don't know, I've just really been liking it. My skin is extremely dry right now. It feels, hold on a second. I need to zoom in with my mirror. It kind of feels like there are particles on my skin. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna go in with a brush on my right side just to kind of blend it in a little bit more. And I'm also gonna try and build it up here in a second too to see what we think. Voila. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super impressed so far. I'm gonna use the beauty sponge on this side. I feel like it's just like literally blending away, like not actually, like the beauty sponge is taking off the product. So far I hate it. I actually like hate it. So I'm gonna do another layer. I feel like it just did not do anything for me, like at all. It honestly kind of looks like it went into like my fine lines and stuff like that and made them more prominent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another layer and gonna blend it out quickly with my beauty sponge, because I don't know, maybe it was because I kind of like let it set there for a second with my hands because I was, I don't know, being weird. Also, I don't see any kind of blurring effects, to be honest with you. That's probably way too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta change the lighting a little bit because I feel like it's kind of giving me a little bit of a cast. Okay, hopefully that lighting's better so where you get like an accurate representation of what it looks like. I'm just not impressed. It just doesn't look good on my skin. I hate to be like a downer, but like it is like attaching to all of my dry patches, especially up here. And honestly, I mean, it was doing that before I put a second layer, but now it's even worse. And I honestly don't really see any kind of blurring to me. Maybe because my skin is so dry, it's kind of making it look like I have texture, especially right there on my nose. Like the product is building up. I don't know if you can tell, but the product is literally building up all up on my nose right there and not looking good at all. Same thing with around my brows. You can see it like right there. I just can't get over my brow, like how it's attaching so badly to my brows. Ugh. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna move on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my concealer on top of it and we'll see what happens. I'm not super confident in the fact that it'll look good. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So everyone has been saying that the big issue with the Jaclyn Cosmetics concealer is that it dries insanely fast, and I'm gonna be honest, I literally didn't, like whenever I saw that she was coming out with a complexion product, did not do any kind of research or anything like that. Didn't look at like reviews or anything like that. Like I was just like, she's coming out with a complexion product. Guess who's buying that? Me. Add to cart. Set an alarm on my phone for when it went on sale, and I was like, okay, we're buying this. Didn't even look at like any of her videos with it. I was just like, if she's coming out with a complexion product, I need it. And I was like even happier that it was like a skin tint like this, since I've been loving the Ilia one so much. And I think that that was a big problem, because a couple days ago, whenever like it said I had like shipped and stuff and it was on its way, I was like, maybe I should look at some reviews and see like what people are thinking about it. So I went and looked, and people are not liking it. So I don't know. I just don't know what to think. You guys know, I love Jaclyn Hill. Love her. But I just don't know. I don't understand why she came out with a skin tint whenever she is a full coverage gal. Like she has said it before that if she's gonna do her makeup, it's gonna be like full coverage to the hilt, looking glam AF. So I'm just kind of confused on why she came out with like a skin tint. I don't understand it. And in my head, and this is 100% on me, but in my head, I just kind of assumed that the concealer was going to be like a better version of the Tarte Shape Tape. And again, there was nothing to give me that illusion. I just, in my head, thought that. Again, don't know why. But I'm learning that I don't think it's anything like the Tarte Shape Tape, and that it's extremely matte and kind of like super drying. So I don't know. We will see. I'm gonna try it out. I don't know when. One day this week. It's Saturday, by the way. This actually came a couple days ago, but it was delivered to my neighbor's house instead of, or I guess rather my parents' neighbor instead of my parents' house, because it's just like one digit off, and so they are constantly delivering stuff over there. It's very annoying. Okay, it doesn't look bad like on camera, but I think that that has a lot to do with like the ring light. I feel like the ring light is just super blurring, and so it doesn't, you can't really see like when things look like shit. So I'll probably turn off the ring light in a minute and you guys are gonna be shocked. I don't know, I just don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can see how it is just building up, right? Oh my goodness, my skin looks so textured and it is not this textured. No, Like it's just my brows, it's building up right here around my brows. And I'll admit, again, my skin is very dry, so I don't know if that's why, but also I know that her skin is very, very dry. My forehead, I don't know if you can tell, it looks so textured, and it's like went into these fine lines right here and made them more prominent. It has already went into my smile lines, and that usually takes like several hours of like smiling and stuff. went into the lines right here, but again, that's really not honestly anything new. My skin just looks extremely textured, and it's just not that textured, and it doesn't look this textured whenever I use a full coverage foundation or the Ilia Skin Tint. So again, maybe it's because my skin is so dry. I don't know. I'm going to, I'll just do the concealer off camera, but I am gonna put a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the ring light back on. I'm gonna go at, ooh, you can see how much it's like creasing right there. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Jaclyn Hill Overruled Cream to Powder Blush Stick. I really like this. This is one of the products I'm obsessed with. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on because I really love the way this looks. And I'm gonna see kind of how it layers on top of the skin tint. Or what's it called? What the hell is this thing called? Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. So we'll see. I will say this, I think that the packaging is really pretty. And I do like that it's like an airless pump like that. One thing that I will say is that it does feel, honestly, I don't know, maybe it doesn't feel that cheap. I guess I was just expecting it to feel a little bit, I mean, it is kind of pretty cheap though, so maybe that not. But I guess I was kind of expecting it to feel like some of her other products, like her highlighter. It just honestly feels like super, really like luxurious packaging and stuff. And this kind of feels a little bit cheaper than that. But I mean, it's still pretty good packaging. I feel like it works for what it's used for. And it's honestly not that expensive. It's cheaper than the Ilia Skin Tint. So there's that. And I feel like you get more product with this one than the Ilia Skin Tint. Okay. One thing I'll say is it kind of blurred, or it kind of blended the blush. Like I feel like I don't even have any blush on, which is weird because it normally looks a lot better than this. I don't know. But I mean, at least it like didn't come off or anything like that, because I kind of thought that's what was going to happen. That whenever I was applying it, it would just kind of like move the skin tint like around completely. Thankfully it didn't do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will come back with like my final thoughts and everything. I am going to put another layer of concealer underneath my eyes just because I feel like they are looking a little dark, and then I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier setting powder. I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury one for several years now, but honestly this one is still like my ride or die, and I know I can always count on this, and I haven't been able to count on the Charlotte Tilbury one. For the past couple of times I've used it, it just has not been working with my skin, and I guess that's just because I'm so dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just applied my powder, but I wanted to show this to you guys real quick. So I applied my powder to my forehead, and as you can see, it started breaking up the skin tint right there. I didn't really have that problem anywhere else, but especially right there on my forehead. Like it completely broke up right there, and it looks like crap. Okay guys, so this is the finished result. This is what it looks like with all of my makeup on top. Like I mentioned, it did break away on my forehead, and there was literally nothing I could do about it. I tried to kind of fix that area, and it just honestly didn't do anything. It didn't make it worse, but it also did not make it better at all. And again, the brows, it just doesn't look good in that brow area. It just looks like it's clinging just to all of that dry skin right there. This like area doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look super blurred, like as blurred as I thought it was going to look, considering this is a blurring skin tint. I don't know. I will say this, from a distance though, it does look really good. Like whenever I look in the mirror, why am I so out of breath? Oh my goodness. From a distance, it looks really good. Like looking in the mirror, that's, I don't know, like 5 feet from my face, it honestly looks really good, but whenever I get close up, you can see, like, look, you can see like where it has went into my fine lines, and it has built up right there around my brows. You can see that it brought out all of the texture on my nose. But again, like, my cheeks don't look bad. That's what I will say. The cheeks look a lot more blurred than what it looked whenever I first applied it. And I think that that was just the help of like the powder and stuff. I did use the Urban Decay All Nighter like I always do. And again, I think that that also kind of helped it. I don't know. I think that this is a product that I'm going to have to play around with for a little while to see if I actually genuinely like it. Because right now I don't care for it. Like, I don't think it's anything special in my opinion. I like the Ilia Skin Tint one way better. Maybe this would be really good in like the summertime for me. But I think honestly my skin is just way too dry right now. But yeah, I mean, the products did lay nicely minus the powder, like my setting powder, but like the blush, my highlight, like my highlight looks really good, as well as like my bronzer. Like, it didn't do anything to that, but I don't know. So that's it. I think I'm going to go ahead and wear it for the rest of the day though, and do like a little updated, like an update at the end of the day. So I just realized that I completely forgot to film like an end of the day, where it looked like at the end of the day. So I've already taken my makeup off, obviously, but something I noticed whenever I was taking my makeup off is I have these little tiny, like, they're very small, but these little tiny bumps all over my forehead. And the only new product that I have used is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Blurring Skin Tint. So I don't know if I had like an allergic reaction to it, or like, I don't know, some kind of breakout or something, but I have these little tiny bumps on my forehead and I did not have them before. So I don't know, take that with what you will. But for my first impressions, I do not like this at all. My liquid products just immediately creased with this, and then whenever I was putting on my powder, it just completely like broke away the like skin tint. So first impressions, I don't like it. Normally my first impressions are my actual review. Sorry, someone started barking. But what I'm trying to say is that normally my first impressions, that's how I end up feeling about the product in the long run as well. So I don't like it. One thing that I did think about though today, so because it does also supposed to act like as a primer, I could have also not liked it because I did apply a primer on like underneath of it, so maybe that also has something to do with it. So I think I am gonna try it tomorrow without a primer and just see what happens. And I don't know, we'll see if I get more of those little tiny bumps. Hopefully it honestly is that product and not some like a new reaction to something that I already use. But yeah, that is my first impressions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm also going to be trying out the concealer at some point too. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please grab if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.